Hey guys, this is Matt for Creative, and we're looking at Mingle Mobile today. So I've been on this hot streak of looking up these, and actually this one kind of found me. You've probably seen the ads for Mingle Mobile, and you may think, okay, the pricing looks great. And again, I'm looking for these minimalist mobile carriers so that I can have all the phones that I have, even like backup phones that I rarely use. I can make them have service on it. And of course, you can go through many other providers, Mint Mobile, like traditional Verizon, T-Mobile, any of them, and you can get either unlimited for a higher price or you can get reduced coverage for a lower price. And I've gotten reduced coverage, or not reduced coverage, but less data, unlimited data, because none of these are ever unlimited data. It's always just capped at something like a 30 gigabytes or a 40 gigabytes, and once you go over that allotment, then it severely reduces your speed. And technically it is unlimited data, but unlimited high-speed data, no, it is very rarely not. I'm a power user, so on my primary phone, which this is not, this is one of my secondary phones, I like to keep my data because I'm uploading all the time, I'm researching things, I'm doing, like, I'm milking that phone all the way that I possibly can. And then I saw the advertisements for this. So for like an introductory plan, this would be $9 a month for 3 months. That's $27, and as far as I'm concerned, I didn't pay any tax on that, so everything is kind of bundled in there. And then what I see afterwards is it's either $30 or $40 for unlimited, which I see here is capped at, how much was my original? I think it's 35 gigabytes a month. So, or that's 35 spread throughout their entire 3 months, which lies in my issue. So before I try out anything, I really try to reach out to the company, and they have their traditional channels. And first, their traditional email and customer service, they will not respond to you at all unless you have an account with them. So asking any questions to somebody, a person or AI, you can't do that. So I tried out their social media, which I've been seeing the ads on Instagram, and again, nothing. Radio silence. I'm not even going to check back now just to make sure I didn't miss anything. But I messaged them multiple times at Mingle Mobile, their official, and yeah, my last one was on October 23rd. Does anyone run this page? No one had responded whatsoever. What's a little bit interesting to me, and I want to make sure that there are other people out there that have been using this, but they only have like about 1,000 followers. And for somebody who has been pushing so hard these ads to get people more and more invested in at least trying their service, you'd think people would give them a follow after spending $27 for 3 months of service. I would, and I did, even before I actually tried this out. So their engagement is awfully low, which is, again, I want to see, are you guys getting the same ads that I did? They were really, really pumping heavily in October, and now they have a different deal. They still have this introductory deal, but they have a different deal where you can get like a cheap phone, and it becomes like less expensive to do a year of service. But it's honestly a bad deal because it's not a phone that's worthwhile or anything. It's just kind of made to tie you in to get like a contract. It is basically a contract at that point. So I think your question is, so how is the service? First, the customer service, not great. Before or after becoming a member, it honestly feels like they are a bare bones company, which is why they want to have a price like this, which, I mean, the pricing is great if it works at all. But this is exactly how they do it. They don't have people behind it. And I've been listening to a bunch of podcasts and people saying, oh, there's going to be AI companies. Everything's going to be run by AI. And I feel like this is kind of as close to that, but they're not using AI to kind of customer respond and customer engage. At the very minimum, it should say, hey, please, we do not monitor this. Please message us at our email or wherever they want to take this. They are not doing any of that. So they're just kind of easily you could just hire like an AI customer service shell and do that, and you wouldn't have these types of issues, at least the ones I'm running into. But here is the meat and potatoes of everything. How is the service? So right now I'm using the unlimited data on an iPhone 15 Pro Max. When I upgraded to my new phone, I kept this as a backup phone, and this is in case something happens, like I destroy my phone, I get robbed or whatever. This is always just going to be there as a backup because I'm kind of paranoid. Let's say this camera fails, I have a backup camera. So that's why I always do this type of thing. So the first day I got it was the day that I went to early vote, and I live in Manhattan, so I walked over to my early voting place and I was like, all right, I'm going to take this backup phone. I'm going to see how the data is, I'm going to see how things work. And I went there and I was doing what I normally would do, which is kind of like doom scroll and maybe upload some videos. And I was on Instagram, and a majority of what Instagram is right now, it's reels and videos. It is maybe some pictures sprinkled out, but you know what you're getting. You're getting reels and videos. So before I left, I made sure to turn on all of my apps to accept cellular data, because I had turned that off because it was just kind of like a Wi-Fi only phone at that point. And I was using Instagram. Immediately I could tell that the data was severely handicapped in the same places that I normally would be, where my traditional provider, and I still use Mint Mobile, even though I have not partnered with them anymore, I still use it. Oh wait, no, I don't. I think I'm on Spectrum right now. Yeah, I just realized that when I moved, I now am with Spectrum. Oh, right, because I have the same number that I had before. Oh, that's why. My mind's gone right now, guys. I'm sorry. But I was using this phone in the same place than I would, doing the same things as I would my traditional phone, which is now running Spectrum and was running Mint. But I do want to bring up Mint as well, because using those two cellular providers, they were fine, and I was able to scroll, no interruptions, no hiccups, no whatever, and I was able to upload, no interruptions whatsoever. And with this, I was noticing, as I was waiting in line to vote, nothing was happening. I was like, is something wrong here? I need to scroll away or do something like that. And it was just kind of getting hitched up and not really working. And I turned off Instagram, I turned it back on, and it just wouldn't really kind of go. It kept on buffering. And when I tried to upload something, it would take literally forever to upload. What I normally do is like 7-second clips of videos, like my little pans around the city, anything like that. And it just was taking forever. And this is, again, with everything turned on, with unlimited data turned on, and it just was not doing what it needed to. So I would say, as a backup service provider, if you're in the same boat that I am, or if you're not really a power user as I am, yes, it's going to be good to have this for $9 a month. That's insane. That is insane. That's a great price. But if you are somebody who uses this to watch video, stream music, to do anything that takes a lot of, I wouldn't even say a lot, but a significant portion, and then to upload, that would be taking a lot. I can't recommend this. For me personally, I don't recommend this, but for the casual, do it. But then once this returns to, I think, the non-intro rate of $30 to $40 a month, it is absolutely a bad deal. Mint Mobile, which is a low-cost service, I would recommend that over. Spectrum is tied in with my home internet, so I can't really piece this apart. That's why I haven't really made a video on Spectrum. It's kind of tied together. You can get it separately, but I don't believe there is any need to do so. But it's just not as powerful, and it does not have the same amount of coverage, because when you go down the tier list, other users are above you in terms of they will get their full data coverage first, and then you will get kind of those scraps. And it's just disappointing. Pricing, amazing, but do I recommend it? No, I don't. But at what, $27, and then you can cancel your service? I made sure to not auto renew. I think that is a great maybe test and maybe something to play around with an old device. But that's pretty much it. Anyway, guys, if you have any comments or questions, you can put it in the comments section below. Don't forget, I'm on Instagram and Threads at M8B9. You can email me at creativenyc2024@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.